I am Coach Sess, motivated and determined, and you are listening to Words with the Mad Coach.
Sitting home in the sweatsuit because I'm relaxing.
Are you still Are you still cutting weight?
Nah.
Are you still cutting weight?
Got like 10 pounds, but I have like a formula that I kind of stick to. I could just sit home and relax and shred pounds just by relaxing, doing normal day stuff.
I got you. How much weight do you normally end up cutting for fights? How big are you? You look tall.
Normally I'm like 170. Nah, I'm only 5'9". I'm about 175, 177 is like my normal walk around.
Okay, and where's this fight at? 55?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not
not bad. But then you see, I've been having a problem, like, getting fights sometimes, and it'd be like 6 months to 8 months a gap, and then I'll be like 185, and then it's a hard cut.
Wow, yeah. So getting into your weight cut, what's your background? It seems to be a little bit diverse. I've seen you do kind of everything from MMA to boxing, kickboxing. So what is your start? Give me a little rundown on that.
All right. Well, it all began with me walking past the Tiger Showman's in Brooklyn, and I was walking by, and some guy was grilling me through the window. They have a big glass window they usually have, and I looked back at him. I had a whole pie of pizza, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I'm like, "What's up?" He was like, "Come in." So I came in because he was grilling me. So when I went in, he was like, "You think you tough?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm tough. What's up?" He was like, "Get on the mat." And the first person I stepped on the mat with was Jimmy Rivera from UFC.
I know Jimmy.
Yeah, so I got on the mat with him, and we just rolled. And he submitted me in guard. And I was like, how the hell? I couldn't breathe, man. My ribs were crushed. And he was just like, yeah, well, that's called guard. I'm like, man, that's wicked. Then he put some gloves on me, and we started boxing. And he seen I had some hands, and they kind of like took me under the wing.
Yeah, you got some hands. And two things that struck me looking at some of your videos. So I was actually at Fight Lab 57. So that's the first time I saw you. And then everything else is just in retrospect, going back, looking at you. Number one, looks like you enjoy combat.
I love it. I do.
It's funny, a friend of mine in the Special Forces unit, he and I were talking, and he said, do you know that they did a study that shows that the guys who keep going back to danger zones and war zones have a high threshold for pain, but it's also because they enjoy it. And that came to my mind when I'm thinking about watching some of your training videos and I'm watching some of your old fights. I'm like, this guy truly enjoys it. And then the other thing that stood out, dude, where does that left hook come from? Man, you got power in that bag.
Man, why is everybody talking about that left hook?
Because it's short. It can be short, it can be long, and you still have the same kind of power in it. That's crazy.
Yeah, the thing about it is, it's like it's my golden ticket, man. My left hook's always been, being left-handed and fighting orthodox kind of puts my power hand in front.
Throws people off.
So it's kind of like, even my jab it's hitting you like a cross.
Good God.
So, but it's, I don't know, it's just something about the hook, man. I like being on the inside and the outside. It's just that hook punch it's my golden ticket, man.
So why, as good as that punch is, why just stick with MMA? Why not go with boxing and try to make a run there?
Well, that's the next step, because the thing about MMA is, man, I just love the freedom of basically just being able to go anywhere with the fight. Like if the guy's better than me on a stand-up, I'm taking him down. If he's beating me on the ground, I'm standing back up. If he's beating me in both areas, I'm gonna reach into a bag that I'm gonna reach into my special bag and pull something out.
Oh, so you keep a special weapon hidden? that nobody
Oh
knows
yeah,
about?
I got some special stuff that people haven't seen yet, man.
So, what do you think Nassim's going to keep this fight? He tends to favor a stand up fight, but
Yeah, he does, but I simulated the whole entire fight in my brain already, and I see him coming out, and he's gonna come with the hands, but I already see him shooting. I know it's coming. I feel it. I know it's happening. I've been training for it, so
well,
you know.
that's almost academic with when you have a guy with your kind of power and you can throw it from more than one range. It makes people change up their game plan real quick.
Yes, sir. I feel like we're gonna start. He's gonna come in with them hands. I'm gonna come at him with hands, and it's just gonna be boom. He's gonna feel my power, and he's just not gonna want it. And then he's just gonna go to what he, knows best, and that's his background. Is originally was a wrestler before he went into Muay Thai. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What who are your team or your teammates?
Well, I'm fighting at a Forum Fitness in Indian Trail out there in Charlotte.
Okay. I'm
I
not.
believe it's in Charlotte it's Forum Fitness. Domo fights out of there. Matthew Fleming's fighting out of there.
Okay. Oh.
Come on, other guys on the card.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah, who's Fleming fighting?
He's fighting what's his name? Oh gosh, what's his name?
I don't have my card up, but is it a highest stand guy?
Man, yeah. What's his name?
All you guys got some good matchups.
Yeah, we do.
So it's just three of y'all on that card.
Yes, sir.
Nice. That it's been
But John Henning is fighting too.
Oh, John Henning. Oh Lord. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen Fight Lab do that, where they have the teams that really come out and bring the 3 to 4 guys. That's been a while. That's good motivation too.
Yeah, I haven't really had a good camp ever, honestly. I've been a gym gypsy for years. I never stood at one place. I've always hopped because I feel like you're only as good as the people you train with. And it's like I started training with people and I started progressing in certain things and degressing in certain things.
So
That's
how was
why
this
I started
camp?
hopping around.
How would you define this camp? How would you describe it?
Oh, it's all around, man. I'm learning stuff. I'm working harder than I probably worked since I first started. It makes me. They're making me work. These guys really put in the time to help me get where I need to be and prepare for this fight. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, because Henning's been around for a while, so he knows the ins and outs, and he's got a good submission game himself. So he definitely is going to help you in that area. And you got them hands, so you're going to bring that aspect.
You guys, see, the thing is, I haven't really had a chance to show you guys my submissions either, though. Okay. So don't sleep on it.
I'm not. I always say, my old coach would say, you can't predict these fights. You got to fight these fights. And the other thing is, it's MMA, and you got to expect the MMA fighter. If you go in there thinking that you're going to get a one-sided guy, that's probably your downfall.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so what kind of coaching experience do you have? I saw some videos where you were holding pads and giving some drills out. Looked pretty good. I saw one with your daughter or your little sister.
Oh yeah, my daughter, man. She's got some hands, bro. She's dangerous.
and then I saw another one where you were with one of the guys in the gym, and you had some good combos. Some very calculated, very strategic. So where's your coaching experience comes from?
It just comes from years of just being in different gyms and different techniques from other people. He's not my biological brother, but my little brother John. He came up right after I did, and he did a lot of Dutch kickboxing, and that's kind of I took some of that stuff, and he showed me some stuff, and then I had trained with Luis Acevedo, who was my coach in Brooklyn. He's ex-Pride fighter. Showed me some what is that called? Shuto box Muay Thai.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of mix up a little bit of everything, but primarily it's all about them hands, man.
I'm glad you brought up the Dutch style, because a lot of my coaches have been traditional Muay Thai, and one of my coaches, he was Muay Thai and Dutch, and I tell a lot of people that Dutch goes better with MMA than traditional Muay Thai. Just for the structure of it, it just goes a little bit better. Since you got some knowledge of boxing, let's dip back into the past for a minute. Do you think they missed the boat when it came to that Mayweather-McGregor fight? Instead of having boxers on one side and MMA guys on one side, they should have had people who do both to analyze the fight. You know what I mean? I think they would have gave a better commentary and understanding of the fight. I used to train professional boxers and amateur boxers, and then I got into MMA. So I thought, why did they have more people like that? They had one or two, but not enough.
I just think it probably all came down with contracts and stuff, stuff like that. Is like they're all getting paid to do that job. That's their job to commentary on the boxing. But man, it would have been awesome to hear like Dominic Cruz and all of them putting their 2 cents in.
Yeah,
I would have loved it
more than just just because to me it just came down to, oh, I like this guy, he's my favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was definitely one sided. I honestly think McGregor held on. But we all know that at the end of the day, it's a science, and it was the better fighter that day. Of course, Mayweather.
Who are some of your inspirations?
I'm not. Besides my kids, man, my kids are my number one inspiration, man. They keep me going every day. They keep me smiling. They keep me striving to be a better person. People I've looked up to growing up. Feel like fighter wise, like Bass Rutten, I love his style. Those liver kicks, I like liver punches. So it's just pretty much what it is, man. I never really had like a favorite fighter and stuff because there's so many good fighters. It's really hard to like pick one.
So even though it's hard to pick one, whose style does your body type, would you say that people say you favor when they watch you? And they say you remind me of.
Oh man, what's this guy's name? I've heard it. I've heard it a few times. Oh man, I'm trying to. Give me a second.
Don't sweat it if it doesn't come up.
It ain't coming to mind, man. I've heard so many different people call me, I'm kind of like Showtime and stuff because I kick off the cage, I'll kick you. Like I've done some crazy stuff like. Training with people, watching
some of the kicks that you throw, I could see some of the petty stuff in there, especially the spinning stuff, and but the hook, that left hook, puts me in the mind of all the old school true left hookers. Tommy Morrison, Mike Tyson, because Tommy threw it long, Tyson threw it short, and your timing off of it kind of gives me a Roy Jones feel because you got this jump in feel to it. So you got on that when you set that left hook up, man. You got it's a little trick there. You got to be careful if you've never seen those styles. You got to be careful because you can land that thing and you do an excellent job with it.
Thank you, sir. I feel like even coming into this fight, fighting another southpaw, 80% of my fights have been against southpaws. It don't feel unnatural. His body's gonna be exposed. He's gonna be trying to work that left body kick that he likes to use. Then he better not use it because I'm coming in for the body, man.
Do you think if he stands with you, what round do you see him going down?
There is no other round, man. The first round is gonna be a one done. And I'm not trying to be an ass, but I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I'll stand and bang either I'm going down or he's going down. It's one or the other, man.
Well, those are the most dangerous type of guys to fight. They don't believe in the referees and the judges.
I hate it, man. Let's go and bang. We're here to put on a show, man. We're here to have fun. Let's go.
So, just a couple more questions. Leading up to the fight, what's your mentality like, and then what is that switch like when you finally get to the event?
Coming up to it, it's always, I ain't gonna lie to you. Every before like all my fights, it's like fake. It don't feel like it's real yet. It kind of sets in when my hands are getting wrapped. My adrenaline peaks. I literally, I could say I get a controlled anxiety attack, I would call it. It's where I can't stop moving, I'm pacing, I'm trying to, get myself going. I have to fight before my fight, you know what I mean? Like that's the biggest fight is before my fight, is getting in my head, and it's crazy because I'm there trying to simulate, okay, if he does this, I'm gonna do this. If he does this, I'm gonna do this. If I do that, what's he gonna do? That's kind of pretty much what happens.
I think you guys probably have a making for a fight of the night. Have you ever been hit?
Yeah. Yes, Manny Gomez, my arch nemesis. It was my first kickboxing match, a southpaw. He caught me with a head kick in the second round. That is the only time I've ever been dropped, and I went to a knee, popped back up like a spring chicken, man. I pop up, pow, and we started banging again, and I really didn't know that I got dropped in the second round until I seen the video.
Wow.
I said, "What? He dropped me?" Yeah. I was like, "What? What the hell was that?" He hit me that hard, man.
So this will be my last question. So in your last fight, you took on Sean. I can't think of his name right now, but
Sean Rowan.
Right. And he came out of 8 Points Muay Thai, and in my opinion, they have some of the best Muay Thai in the state. What did you know about that gym or that opponent going in, and how did you physically and mentally prepare for that fight?
The thing about it is, like, he was a debuter, and those are kind of the most dangerous guys when you really think about it. You ain't got really nothing to study about them.
Yeah.
You don't know how they're gonna come at you. You know where they're coming from. You know how good those guys are. So you're expecting him to be just on the same level. So you kind of gotta be prepared for anything. But when I looked into his eyes, I ain't gonna lie. When I looked into his eyes, I didn't see a fighter, man. I'm just telling you, that was just me. I seen him, and I looked into his eyes right then and there, and I was like, nah, he ain't ready for this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to you and Nassim.
Nah, he's a good kid, man. I can't wait, man. I heard nothing but good things about that kid, man.
Any other fights you know about on that card other than your teammates? That's a star-studded card, man. And I mean, if you follow the local scene, I've been following the local scene for quite a while. So, when I see cards like this, to me, it's like a UFC card. It's like superstars on the card. It's no one particular fight. Any particular fight could actually steal the show. Your fight could steal the show. The main event could be the main event, but almost every fight could just steal the show. Anybody else you know about on the card, or maybe who are you looking forward to down the road? I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but are you looking at the championship sooner or later? How long you want to stay in MMA?
Listen, I'll let my coaches decide where they want to take. If they want me to box next, MMA next, it's up to them, man. But I'm ready for a fight, man. It could be here, now, parking lot, wherever, bro. It don't matter. I just like to fight, man. It's just something I love to do, man.
That's fantastic. Hey, listen, man. I hope you have a good evening, man. And I really appreciate the time. And just throw your promo out there just because I'm gonna plug this tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tony Loco Soto. You have a good night, my friend.
You too, bro. God bless, man.
Thank you.